We have been discussing about the translation in prokaryotes. In the previous video, we discussed about the initiation in prokaryotes, and we were at this step depicted in the diagram, where initiating aminoacyl-tRNA has just started the initiation. Now in this video, we will get along with the elongation process and termination process in detail. Here we see in the diagram we have the second charged tRNA with proline amino acid. This acylated tRNA or charged tRNA needs to enter the ribosome at A site. But for this to happen, it needs EFTU, elongation factor, thermo-unstable. So here we have the EFTU bound to GDP. And then comes the EFTS, which serves as guanine nucleotide exchange factor for EFTU. And this EFTS replaces GDP with GTP as shown in the animation. Now GTP bound EFTU mediates the entry of charged tRNA at A site of ribosome as shown in the diagram. And in the ribosome, upon binding, GTP hydrolysis occurs, with which the acylated tRNA leaves of the ribosome site at E site, exit site. And here we see the peptide bond formation between two amino acids. This peptide bond is formed by the enzyme peptidyltransferase enzyme, the activity shown by 50S subunit of ribosome. Also remember, we have another elongation factor, that's elongation factor G. It catalyzes the translocation of tRNA and mRNA down the ribosome. In the next step, another charged tRNA comes in, and the same EFTU-EFTS cycle occurs, which we have shown in the previous aminoacyl-tRNA. But here we have not shown that cycle again. Then another charged tRNA comes in and elongates the polypeptide chain. And it continues till we get the release factors to the ribosome, which terminates the translation process. We see we have the two classes of release factors, class 1 and class 2. In class 1 we have release factor 1 and release factor 2, and in class 2 we have only release factor 3. RF1 recognizes UAA and UAG stop codons, whereas RF2 recognizes UAA and UAG codons. On the other hand, class 2, which has only RF3, is GTP protein, which helps in the activity of RF1 and RF2. Now get into the diagram again. We see when the stop codon appears in the translation complex as shown in the diagram as UAA stop codon. Then comes the release factor 1, which recognizes UAA and terminates the translation process. And in the end we get the nascent polypeptide chain shown in the diagram. So this is how the elongation and termination of translation occurs in prokaryotes. I hope you like the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Do consider supporting my work on Patreon and also make sure to subscribe this channel. Thanks.